Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm going to be having a analysis on the character Tom DuBois from the Boondocks. So, I'm also going to have a analysis towards Sarah, but that'll be later on. It's going to be kind of involving Tom mainly. So, the dynamics of Tom and Sarah are interesting. Tom naturally got with Sarah because he's essentially a suburbanite. Both Sarah and Tom are in the same space, and Tom's a lawyer, so there's that. Sarah, her perspective reasons are a bit more complicated. One reason could be that Tom is a black guy, but also because he's a safe guy. Throughout the series, Sarah shows that before Tom, she was wild on the streets and has a thing for black men. Some white women might date black men for the stereotype they bring, but not marry them. Thing is, Tom isn't culturally black, so he misses a lot of things in terms of the stereotype and awareness that white women might want. The interesting thing is that in regards to this, sometimes white women might date black men out of simply a fetish. It might just be a fetish, and it's even if it is genuine love, their parents might not agree to their marriage, their union, because of some sort of stereotype or some sort of thing that doesn't directly involve them. Tom could actually be a great dude, and he is a great dude. He is a great guy. He is a safe guy, but he might incur things that are just simply out of his control. Thing is, Tom isn't culturally black, so he misses a lot of things in terms of the stereotype and awareness. Sorry, I mentioned that before. Tom isn't assertive whatsoever. He's very passive. Tom also doesn't carry confidence. Tom lives pretty naive and doesn't live as a black person, but as a person who happens to be black, sedated. I can only guess that it was the society he lived in that pacified him to be so submissive. W.E.B. Du Bois, which is interesting because that's what his last name is based off of, Tom Du Bois, which is W.D.B. Du Bois, usually speaks on double consciousness of black men having to live themselves while living in someone else's predominant society that isn't for them. So they live as themselves as black men, but they also live in this other space that is from another place. So they have to essentially show two different faces, a double consciousness. Tom DuBois doesn't seem to inhabit that extra consciousness black men generally have to have as aware minorities, and that seems to be a detriment to his marriage's expense. Tom shouldn't have to be what's expected of him as a black man living in a white space, but he is. He shouldn't have to be with a wife that culturally demands of him what he doesn't have. But Tom lives, ironically, equal yet ill-equipped in this white space. He should be an equal and even commended to his white counterparts, his white wife, and his fellow black men who surround him, but he isn't. As a assistant district attorney, he is well educated.
Lady Liberty is on our side. Justice will prevail. The judge and jury will do the right thing. I'm telling you, Huey, it's an open and shut case. Oh, Huey, it's under control. Watch me work.
Lives in an affluent neighborhood, things black men strive to be, but something's missing. Because being a black man must be both black and man. Funny enough, though, being black and being white are deeper in terms of skin, and usually black people have to ask themselves this as a minority. Black and white aren't just appearances, it's societal expectations that come with those appearances as they interact with society. I bet whites do similar when they're the minority, like being adopted by black families or living in a predominantly black neighborhood. Because it's a people thing to clash with differences within a group, and those differences must be dealt with or ignored via some kind of social cognitive dissonance. Typically, people have to figure out what their identity and where they fall into this space. Even more of a tragedy of this dynamic is their child, the daughter Jasmine. She is the product of two races and cultures, yet will find difficulty in both of them. The tale of Tom and Sarah is almost a cautionary tale of how being in a complicated and cultural relationship with another person might require some special work, and if you aren't doing your due diligence, like being connected with your culture, having cultural awareness, and a genuine sense of self. You live almost socially handicapped in certain areas, and this insecurity can branch from your relationship to your family to those around you. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Thanks for watching my video. If you're interested, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And thanks. Bye.